This is where we start working up here. This is where we raise barrels. We literally build raised barrels. We build, say 20 to 25 barrels in a half a day. We spend the other half of the day building them for the next day. So this right here is what we do. These are called raised barrels, or the correct term is bison rows or skirts. We use a heavy hoop. These hoops are only temporary on there. They're a lot thicker, as you can see. They're much heavier duty than for pressing these barrels first. When we press them, and we heat these barrels, we press them and it marries that wood together. So we lay them out on a table. Every barrel over here is tabled because of size. We make sure that every barrel is the exact same size, right down to the millimeter. We build barrels in here within a 2 to 3 millimeter tolerance. That's only that much, folks. That's really small. So they'll table these barrels like Matt is showing you up here. Matt, by the way, Matt is my son. He's been building barrels with us since he's about 14 years old. So I've been teaching him, and he's turning into quite a cooper. So you can see he'll lay that table out and get it exactly right. And the reason we do that, now our customers tell us that we get really good volume sizes. Every quarter inch on that barrel will change the size and the volumes of that barrel. So by doing this, we stay very accurate in our volumes. So we lay them out like this, and then we table, or we cradle it. Just cradle a few, Matt, and we'll move on. But we take them out, and we cradle them in this, and then we raise them up to this point right here. So all our wood is American white oak. For anybody that has a question about what kind of wood we use, it's all export grade, which is better than furniture quality wood. You can see it's clear white oak. So this is how we raise them right here, and then we raise them into this. So these barrels are put together just with these hoops. There's no glue, no nails, or nothing. You can see how solid they are. And we raise them to this point. We're one of the only cooperages in the United States that fire bend and low temperature toast. Most cooperages steam bend, and they use steam to bend them, but we use fire. And by using that fire, we're breaking down the heavy cellulose into wood in the initial phases, and we're literally hand toasting that barrel, which converts that heavy cellulose into sugars, which is what our distilleries and breweries and wineries want. So that's how it starts right there. They flip them up, they raise them. That's okay, man. You're good. They flip them up like this. And I just went ahead and lit a fire. Because visuals are always the best to get to see. So we light these pots up. These are called cressets. We get a barrel of fire going, and this is our bender right here that we wet all these barrels down, we put it on the fire, and then we rotate barrels on the fire every so often so that every single barrel is on the fire at the same amount of time. So every degree of temperature and time on that barrel creates a specific flavor. So we get our fires on these cressets, and we wet the barrels down, we put it on top of this cresset. And we have to get these temperatures to a certain temperature. This is very artisan right here, what we do. We kind of make it look easy if you came in on a day that we're bending, because we kind of know how we're doing it, but there is a lot to what we do right here. So once we get a barrel up here, we'll get this barrel and put this up on this fire like this. And then after a certain amount of time, we'll close that barrel. So, that's okay, man. Now, I'm a little constrained on time. There's like 16 different steps that go into building the barrel. So there's a lot that goes into it. So once we get these barrels in, we go to the press over here.
Excuse me.
Pressed like that, we cool these barrels. We set fans up out here. We cool them when they're cool enough because they shrink. We'll press them. We'll bring them over here. And we'll char one. So you're kind of in for a treat. We saved a couple off so that we can show you what it looks like. Charring. The char.